Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm in the museum right now. It's an automobile museum, and it is right by the dock. So when you walk in, that big boat I showed you guys before. So one of these boats right here, they do the World Cup for like sailing or racing or something. And this boat right here is like $10 million. What they do is those fins right there, the red fins, once the boat gets up to speed, it'll ride on those fins and it won't even ride on the rest of the boat. So see how the rest of the boat, it reduces the surface area that they need to get through the water so they can go a lot quicker. This is like a $10 million boat just sitting there. That's crazy that they can have that much money invested into one boat. Those are the sails right there for those boats. So each one of those is a boat sail. So one on the bottom and one on the top. And that's what they use. They have the American flag on it. So those are the ones that are used by the boat. Oracle is the name of it. Yeah, so I'm just checking out, like they got old boat motors. They got boat motors right here. My dad will be interested in those. And then they got old bicycles. So like that bicycle has an engine on it, like old bicycles that are fitted with engines and stuff. And then the coolest part I found is they have these cars. So they have a bunch of old cars. And they have carriages over here. Old tools are in the back. You know, old oil cans and everything. They have motorcycles all along the upper part. So there's bikes up top on that side. There's bikes up top on this side. They're all very, very old and very, very vintage, and it's pretty cool. They all have, like, information on it. All right, let's read this. Inexpensive auxiliary cycles were the basis for a thrilling new sport, cycle racing. Enthusiasts modified 50cc two-strokes as early as the 1940s, so during World War II, amid for racing performance and a cool street look. Police had their hands full chasing riders on the Bermuda's narrow roads, but there were also popular official meets at Shelley Bay and PHC racetracks. That's pretty cool. All right, here's one. This is for the freedom of the road. So motorcycles were a welcome windfall for Bermudians struggling to get around the island after Bermuda Railway closed in 1948, so after World War II. Heading to work was suddenly much easier. Families would often squeeze onto a single cycle for day trips, and young people enjoyed a new freedom. Not only could you get around, but to express themselves post-World War. So check this out. So this is I don't know if you can see it, but this is an old picture from somebody on a bike that must have been modified. Early days, so auto bicycles were first allowed in Bermuda in 1946. So those are bicycles with the engines on them. They were restricted to 2 horsepower engines on bicycle-style frames, or fitted with a governor to keep the speed down to 20 miles an hour, which is like a restriction on the engine. So if you hit the accelerator, it won't go over the miles per hour or the type of acceleration that you want. It won't go over that, so it'll stop. And had 2 sport working pedals. Over the years, the rules were eased, allowing proper motorcycles up to 100 cc's from 1973. So those first bikes that I showed you, the original, the ones over there, those bikes are the ones that were first allowed. And then they had changed the laws, it looks like, in 1976, which allowed more motor style bikes. So you could ride these things over here. And let's check the dates on them. So this one is a AMF Harley Davidson, and it's from 1972. This is a 125cc two-stroke. I'll change the camera around real quick, and then you guys can see this bike right here too. So this is not the bike that I just described, but this one's so cool. Look at the paint job on that. And then this one is the AMF that I just described. So this is pretty cool. And then we got a Sun Challenger, which is from 1951. It's got a little bit more power than this guy because it's 150cc versus 175. Oh, 125, my bad. So this one's got a little more power on it. And then this one is equal power. So this one is called the Excelsior. And this one's from 1953. So it's got about the same power as that other Harley over there. And then this one's got the same power as those other two bikes, which is nice. And this one's a weird number. Oh, this one was hand-built in Wales with 2 thumb-operated gears. Only 36 were imported to Bermuda. That's pretty cool. This one, that's crazy that only 36 were imported here. So there's only 36 of those that drove around. And this is one of them right here. That's incredible. Oh, okay. So this one's cool. This is another Excelsior, except this is a bike. So this is one of those motorized bikes. And this was the first one that was allowed in Bermuda on the roads. That's what it says right there. Oh, this one's pretty cool with the tiny wheels. Big bike, tiny wheels. They block the CC out, but that's okay. I'm assuming it's like a 50. It doesn't look like it's got that much power on it. I don't even know if that has an engine on it. It might be in that basket, but I don't think so. This one's only 50, huh? Okay, so these look like they're all 50s, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, so these are all 50s. These are like moped style bikes that they don't have as much power, but they'll still get you around the island. And these are straight up mopeds down there.
Okay, thanks.
And then they have more bikes in the middle, which is
Look at
cool.
this. They got motors up behind on the front line.